Hi there. This is Joy Carries, and I'm here to give you a quick crash course on how to move your face-to-face course online in Canvas. Um, what you're going to need to do is log into your Canvas account, and when you get in there, you should see your courses in these little boxes like this. To log into Canvas, you'll use the same password that you use for your email accounts and for other course software or for other campus software. If you need help with that, you can just contact the help desk and they'll help you get in. If you don't see your courses listed here, what you'll need to do is click on Courses and then click on All Courses. And you should see a list of all your courses. Look on this side where it says term and find the courses that are for spring semester, and then make sure that the little star next to them is selected. So you want that to be this kind of orange color. Once you've selected all your courses, go back to Dashboard, and then you should see everything there. See, all my courses are listed. Okay, so now I'm going to go into this empty course shell for Flute 1 just to show you how to do this. This is for the fall semester, so there's nothing really in here right now, but we'll just use it for an example today. I'm going to go down on my menu to where it says Conferences. Okay, and you'll see it says there are no new conferences. This is where you're going to set up your class meetings. So you're going to click on Conference. And up here you can really put anything you want. We're going to just put class March 15th. Okay, and here you can put how long you want the class to be, or if you want no time limit, you can click that. And you can put a description, or I'm just going to put class starts at 1 o'clock, or whatever you want to put in that box. You should see invite all course members should be selected, and then you're going to click update. All right, so when it's time for class, you come in here and you click on the start button. As far as I know, the students won't be able to go in here until you initiate the class. So you start the class, then they can join the class. Okay, and that's going to take you to this screen right here. Now, it's going to ask, would you like to join the audio? And if you want to use your microphone, you're going to click microphone. If you want to just listen, you would just click that. When you click microphone, it will ask you to do a sound check. I'm not going to do this because I'm using a screen recorder that has it's set a certain way, so I don't want to mess that up. So I'm just going to click listen only, but you'll click use the microphone. Okay, now what you're going to see is a screen that looks like this. Now you can add video to that. Just click share webcam and click allow and click start sharing. And in a second or two, you'll see your video come up here. Should be just a second. And there I am. Okay, so on this side, you're going to see your name. The teacher's name is in the blue square. And the students' names will have circles. Since I'm the only one in here right now, you don't see any students. But all the students will be listed here. This here is for the public chat. This is for students or the teacher to chat with each other. So I can just type a message here, and this message would be seen by everybody in the class, and they can also add messages here. If you want to turn this feature off, there are also ways to turn that off if you don't want the students using that. And you can also hide it. So just by clicking that button, and just click that to bring it back. Okay? So if you want to have shared notes where anybody can write on this board here, you can also have that available. Okay, so what you see here is this big screen that says Welcome to Big Blue Button. Go ahead and click this arrow where it says Next Slide, and you'll see you're taken to a blank board. This is just like your chalkboard in a classroom. You can write on here, you can type on here. For example, if I select the pencil, and I can select any color I want, and I can select the size that I want. Then I can draw on this or do whatever I want on it. If I don't like what I've got on there or I want to erase, I just click this button right here and it erases what's on there. It also has a few shapes and things that you can put on there, stuff like that. And if you want the students to also be able to write on the board, you can click this button down here and that makes it available to students and the teacher. All right, now suppose you want to show the class some kind of a PowerPoint presentation, a Word file, or some material that you've pre-prepared before class. And this is stuff that you might normally put on, on a projector or something in the classroom. Okay, so you go to Upload Presentation. And you can either drag the file that you want to upload right here, or you can just browse for it. I'm going to just pull up a sample PowerPoint here, and then I just click Upload and just wait a second or two, and that will show up in my presentation. And there it goes. And so then the students will see, this is just as though they're watching a projector in class. And you can click through the slides. It may take it a second or two just to load everything. There we go. And you can also use these tools, to draw or write or whatever you want on the screen. Okay, so if you want to change back, let's say after you've shown your PowerPoint, you want to upload a Microsoft Word document. You just do the same thing. Click Browse for Files, and here I have a Word document right here. And I just click Upload, and in a second or two, that will show up on my whiteboard. And again, it might take a second for everything to show up. There it is. Now, this here, you can see that when I scroll my mouse over the whiteboard area, it turns into this up-down arrow thing, and you can adjust the size of that just by scrolling like that. If you want the presentation to go full screen, you just press on this button down here where it says Make Presentation Full Screen, and that will just make it full screen like this. When you're done with that and you want to go back to the regular, just press the Escape key on your computer and it goes back to normal. You can do the same thing with your video like that, and then just press the Escape key to go back to normal. Okay, so you've done all of that. Suppose you want to, you're teaching a music class and you need staff paper on the board. I just downloaded a PDF of staff paper, and I can tell you a place where you can get all different kinds of staff paper. You just upload it into your Canvas or onto here, and then in order to write effectively on this, I just click Make Presentation Full Screen, and then down here you see these little buttons, plus or minus, where you can make this big, and then you can go into your pencil and you can draw. It's not very easy to do with a mouse, but you might find it's easier with the circle tool. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. And so on. It's not the easiest to do with a mouse. If you get one of those sort of Apple pencils or one of those pencils that substitute for a mouse, you'd have a lot more control, but it is doable. It's not the easiest thing. So anyway, if I want to get out of this enlarged thing, I just click Escape and back to normal. Okay, so what if I want to share a YouTube video from an external source, or a video from an external source? I just go down here to the plus and click Share an External Source or an external video, and I just type the URL into the thing and click Share New Video. And in a second, my video will start playing. And so that's how that works. And the entire class will get to see the video, and then you can, of course, stop that anytime you want. To get back to the plain old whiteboard, you just click Upload a Presentation and go to Default and click Confirm. And in a second or two, oops, I guess I have to click Stop Sharing External there. Okay, so anyway, that's basically how this whiteboard thing works. If you want to erase anything, well, I don't have anything on here. Okay, if you want to erase the whole screen, just click Trash. Now, there are some tools in here, and the most important one will be Lock Viewers. If you click on Lock Viewers, you can deselect all these features that you maybe don't want students using. For example, if you don't want them sending private chat messages to other students during your class, you can just deselect this. If you don't want them using the public chat message, you can deselect it just by clicking on it. If you don't want some of these things happening, you can choose what you want to do. Then you hit the Apply button, and then it will take effect. You'll also notice that for these students, they can set their status, and the student can raise their hand, and a little notice will come over here showing you that they raised their hand. It'll be there in a second. It's showing up here by my name. Now I can clear that out once the question is answered. They can also tell you if they're feeling confused, sad, happy, they can applaud, and so on. So they have those options too. One final thing you can do is you can take a poll if you want. Say you put a question on the whiteboard and you want to have the students answer a poll. You can click, select the way you want them to answer, say true, false, and then on the student screen, it will show up down here in this corner. It doesn't show up here on the teacher screen, but the students will vote or choose their answer. When it's done, you click Publish Polling Results, and the results will show down here for everybody to see. So when you're done with your class, then you can simply click Options, and you click End Meeting, and you log out. It says, are you sure you want to end the session? Click yes. It may ask you for some feedback, and you just click Send Feedback, and your session is over. So if you want to rejoin the session, you can come back here and go back to it, or you can just click End. It'll ask you if you want to end the session, and then it will move that session down to the concluded conferences. And then you have the choice, if you want, of deleting that. That's about it. And so I hope that's helpful to you, and hopefully you'll be able to get your classes up online real fast.